Ya, lo siento, mis suscriptores.
The Cock of the Rocks.
Empecé a grabar esto sin darle recording. Aún no entiendo muy bien lo de el volumen del micrófono. A veces suena muy alto, a veces muy bajo. A
Mira
veces,
el Gepard verso. Gepard de
entonces,
frente de Gepard.
entonces tengo que estar jugando todo el rato con el micrófono. Sobre todo porque yo no hablo muy fuerte normalmente. Encima me tengo que pegar el micro más. Para no estar gritando todo el rato. Y subirle un poco los decibeles. Un poco nomás voy a subirle. Si no, ya se empieza a escuchar como popping. Y ya. A ver, vamos a ver. Ya. ¿Qué hice? Le hablé a la niña. Estaba triste. Le prometí de que volvería. Aunque ya sabemos cómo van las promesas en esto. No estoy muy bueno cumpliéndolas.
I never got a
Pero
chance to
veremos.
say this to Papa. So,
Cock of the
thank
Rocks.
you.
Captain, may I have a moment?
Hulkenberg. No sé de dónde sacan esos nombres. Me suena muy a Heisenberg.
Good night.
I was hoping for a chance to speak before we set out.
Lo que
Since
sí,
our
lo
meeting,
único que no
I've
me
done
gusta del
nothing but
metáfora es que no
impose
hay
on you.
romances.
Now you risk your very life for this cause. Tis no easy burden. It
Me hubiera
pains me
gustado
to
que hubiera
see.
más
Bueno.
When I
romances.
think of how this may yet save His Highness, I lose sight of all else.
Aunque el prota tampoco
Such
veo que se
disregard
preste
ill
para eso.
becomes me.
De momento, este prota no me convence mucho. O por lo menos no me ha explicado mucha backstory de él. Que creo que tampoco tiene mucho.
Cock of the Rocks.
That's putting him.
Mañana
Unfortunately,
es
tis a vice I
miércoles,
may
¿no?
never escape.
Realmente, el prota que más me gusta es el
We
del
met once
Persona
before,
3.
on a carriage bound for the capital.
Makoto,
Do you recall?
máximo Makoto.
Y de ahí el 5, de ahí el 4. Bueno, es que el 4 no habla nada, o sea, solo existe ahí. No tiene mucha influencia. Y este de acá todavía vamos a ver por dónde tiran los cables.
Now that you mention it,
My apologies. I thought only to... So, 'tis a novel envisioning an ideal world. Curious. You needn't worry. I've no intention of taking... I've sometimes wondered why such books were forbidden. Rumors say the Sanctists objected to their contents.
Está escuchándose ese.
Yet I wonder...
¿Ya quieres leerlo o no? Sí.
¿Cómo?
So, it is a fiction written as if a
El
person were
puente
current.
Ricardo Palma
This
no lo habían
chapter seems to
cerrado
concern the
hasta el
system by which
14,
the nation's
hasta
leader is
ayer.
decided. In this country, one cannot become even a
Hoy día
statesman,
también,
much
por lo
less
que chocaron.
sovereign, without the consent of the
Pues
people.
ahora es
Those
tiempo
who
indefinido,
aspire to
dice.
statecraft
Sí, chocaron
must
el
first
techo.
solemnly swear
En
before the
serio.
people what they
Sí.
will do
Es un camión
in
muy grande.
service of their country. Should they earn title
Entonces
but
sí saben
break
que
in
no
this
tienen
way,
que
it
pasar
is
por ahí.
quite the opposite. Had our land
Possessor.
embraced... No. I must clear my head of these Oh, I suppose it takes power to walk my dearest dream.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Y lo bueno es que no tengo para las, ¿cómo se llama? Para las conversaciones no tengo que estar forzado a escogerme la opción correcta. O sea, escoja lo que escoja, igual va a subir de Bond cuando le toque. Que lo hace más fácil en cierto sentido. No estar teniendo que escoger, waifu. Nueva waifu. ¿Cómo no se puede romancear? Nueva canción. Nueva canción. A ver.
One and all born to this land, as here we stand.
Aplausos, aplausos. Y las canciones acá son distintas. O sea, no es como en las personas que es tan dran, dan, dran, dan, dran, dan, dran. Acá es más como que de orquesta, como sinfónica o algo así. Otra.
Even I'm feeling the heat. Well, I suppose it's time to fan the flames. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the inauguration of the Tournament for the Throne! For the first time, the crown is anyone's to claim, as long as the aspirants can complete 3 grueling challenges.
Wow, a Sanctus Crier! He's perfect for this!
Let's discuss the venues. We kick off in the west, in the Pearl of the Coast, the Principality of Oceania's harbour city capital, Port Brilehaven. There, they face their first challenge, the Exhibition of the Brave. Each contender must bring back the head of a monster, a mark of their prowess and courage. Next, our would-be monarchs head east. Upon the misty peaks, we arrive in the Principality of Montario's beautiful city of faith, Altaberry Heights. And finally, our heroes make their well-deserved return home to Grand Trad. But first, let's do introductions. It's time to meet those risking their lives for the crown. Closest to the throne, I know him, you know him. It's Sanctism's one and only 78th Sanctifex, His Eminence, Forden! Victory to Sanctifex Forden!
I claim no great ambition, nor any heated calls to action. All I wish is to restore order for our people and to safeguard our land from the threats beyond. This chaos we face is but one of God's many trials. Let us restore our kingdom's glory together!
Moving right along, we come next to His Eminence's champion, the very spear in his hand, the warrior monk captain of the Crown Theocracy, Master Giddo!
I come before you only in loyal service of His Eminence. I relinquish the throne to him gladly. But those who would seize the crown by force, I will teach you to fear God and to fear me!
So much for this being a fair competition. How many horses do the Sanctus have in this race? Still, it's not over by far. The Luis supporters won't take this lying down.
What cowardice, Crier! Where's Count Louise?
All right, settle down. At this time, I can report that Count Luis has not applied to enter the tournament.
What? He's not even entering?
Then what becomes of us? Our entire purpose in this race was to get closer to him.
Don't worry. He's definitely paying attention. He's only in second as it is, so we can't afford to ignore this whole production. Sit tight. I'm sure he'll make a move soon.
All right. For those Count Luis supporters, you might want to meet our next entrant. A rising socialite, a man of ambition, godless and fearless, the brash young warrior serving Count Luis, Gladel, the Black Hound.
Him? So he was one of Luis's men.
The fallen king embraced Sanctism and all its holy tenets, and for what? He was nothing before Lord Luis. Look to the sky all you wish. No god can save you! What our country needs is power! Well, it's not quite all the contenders, but let's get on with the introductions. The great liberal merchant, it's Roger Ward. By war, by conquest, by right, it's Rudolph Kraus. In it more for the gauntlet runners than the throne, it's Lena Caden. Sure to be popular by pledging free drinks for life. It's loveless O'Shea. Uplifting the beautiful and deposing the hideous, it's Milo Maurizio.
Hay un Mauricio.
If we
¿Ah?
lose this,
¿Qué dice?
Hay un Mauricio en este juego.
Oh no,
Mauricio con Z.
estoy presente.
Now, I do believe
Y
we
eres el
have
más
one
gay de
final
todos.
candidate.
Oh
Do we
no,
have an
Pero al
almond boy
menos
present? Come
te
on,
mantienes siendo
let's see a
negro.
face.
oh no.
Qué chistoso, Mauricio.
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 what? An elder? Disgraceful. Is this the only way you could think to distinguish yourself?
Ay, Luisito,
Ah,
ahora que el viernes voy a ir a la oficina.
sí,
Ahora que va a ver Fórmula 1.
sí.
By the way, the
Juega
ride you
Alianza.
applied with still hasn't arrived.
¿Cuándo?
And
El
if it doesn't
viernes a
show
las
up
3
by
de
the
la tarde.
time the
No.
noon bell rings,
¿No juega el
you're
sábado?
disqualified. All right?
El viernes acabo de ver, a ver.
Hey! What's
Entonces
going
el sábado
on?
mejor.
That nitwit!
Aunque igual si
What
el
is
sábado
he
no lo veo, pues juego en
doing?
Madrid.
Que decía la liga lo ganó el Barça.
So, contestants, are you ready?
What? Last, I say! Wait! Found you behave!
A land runner?
It's quick.
Wait, it's
Viernes
right
18 de octubre a las 3 de la tarde en Cajamarca.
¿Sábado?
Viernes.
Sí, muy bien.
What the heck is that?
¿Te acuerdas del partido que era a las 9 de la noche?
So much for a first
El
impression.
Matute.
What hell?
Ya no es a las
Isn't
9,
it
ahora es a las
marble,
8.
chums?
Sí, sí, que es así.
You nearly got out.
A las 11 de la noche.
Have I
Tenía que salir a medianoche en el
enough
Estadio
when Luis did it the
Nacional.
first time? That feckless, shameless old fool.
Not bad, kid. Guess you've got some interesting tricks up your sleeve after all.
Right. I'd call that a full roster. Ladies and gentlemen, race across the land. Go, prove yourself worthy and earn your crown. For the people, for the throne. Let the games begin.
We must take to the road.
Come on, come on!
Esos mecas. Súbete a leva.
So fast! Gotta hold on to some.
Get in the road, Shinji.
Súbete a leva, Shinji.
Tengo 70 deseos, Vera. El invito lunes será mío.
Ya está.
Incredible!
Just a sec.
Can you hear me?
Let's see.
This place here.
A ver. A ver, a ver, a ver. ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde está? Quiero verlo.
Salud.
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 This
Wow!
Oh.
Spectacular.
4 días en esta cosa.
This is amazing! I don't know a thing about gauntlet runners, but even I can tell this is a hell of a craft. I can hardly believe she's ours to drive.
You're telling me that? Feels like ages since I've been out on the open road. This girl's been waiting long enough for her time to shine.
So this is what you use to talk with the driver? Convenient, that. Look, old fellow, are you really on our side? You realize we don't have funds to pay you.
Money? Fuck! I'm not in this for the money, boy. What I want is a little gusto. What do you think, lad? Isn't this a rush?
It is at that. Like riding the wind.
That's the ticket. It's been so long since I've had a good chinwag.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing.
You've a good head on your shoulders, boy. Where to, ladies? The what?
You certainly are a different person.
Hey, Hulkenberg! Can we get an explanation yet?
That man is Neurus. An Ishkia, if 'twas not obvious from the wings. And despite everything, he was heir to a noble house and personal machinist for the royal family.
What?
He's a master engineer, of course, positively clueless. But as you can see, the runners get him a bit excitable. Neurus? Are you there? I'm coming in. Even amidst all this commotion in town, I find you buried in your work.
Too much to do.
As always. To business, then. I must ask a favor. Would you be able to ready a carriage for me?
No new commissions. No time for them. Just another ride.
It is not a new one I require. Before His Highness disappeared, did you not accept a contract to build him a custom carriage? Without a formal owner, I reasoned that it must now lie unused. I was hoping I might borrow it a short while.
But, pish and tosh, woman. She is for royal use and naught else.
'Tis an unreasonable request, I know. But I'd not be asking without a grave need. Might I at least see it?
I mean, well,
'Twas specially made for His Highness, yes? Not a work you'd have sold off. Where lies it now?
I've deadlines to meet, dash it. Off with you now. Leave me be.
You've been acting stranger than usual. What ails you?
Whoa!
Good God. Is this a gauntlet runner? The very craft commissioned for His Highness the Prince? Even knowing His Highness was gone, still you toiled away. Oh, Neurus, you are an inspiration. Such nobility of purpose.
Yes. Right.
However, for a craft meant for the royal family, it is rather excessive, isn't it? Did you really build this vehicle exactly to their orders? You cannot mean...
Well, at first, certainly. I followed the blueprints exactly. But then His Highness died, and... well, I couldn't just let the old girl waste away. A masterpiece like her? Collecting dust in storage? No! Unacceptable! Unthinkable! I'm working toward a dream. And this poor old girl is going to help me see it through. And then, finally...
You imbecile! A lowly, brazen court engineer butchering His Highness's inheritance for a hobby! For this mania! You embezzled the royal treasury and disrespected his legacy! Treason!
Mercy, please! Look, take my head if you must, milady. But leave the Balliol runner alone.
Look, this runner... Tis fully operational now, is it? Then I suggest you cooperate. For both our sakes. Finish your tinkering by tomorrow and bring it to the Grand Cathedral as soon as you can.
Eh? What's all this now? You play the proud soldier at me and then pluck it for your own schemes?
'Tis no scheme. I would use it for His Highness's sake.
For his high... Hold a tick. Haven't you been looking for him? And now you want... Is His Highness still alive? That's it! I've got you, haven't I?
'Twas His Highness who gave you refuge while you were only a heretical scholar condemned by the Sanctists. The time has come to repay his mercy.
Understood.
Is that enough? Can this old duck really handle an under...
I know what you're thinking, but 'tis at least true that he feels an undying debt of gratitude to the royal family.
Pish and tosh, boy. A little faith. Not to brag, but this old duck's craft might be the fastest gauntlet runner in the kingdom. Why, probably the world.
I think. Maybe.
How encouraging.
All I want is to push this runner as far and as fast as she can go. Show her off to the world. And you? Well, I presume you'd rather...
I don't know about this, but I guess we'll just have to trust him. What do you think?
I think we can count on him.
If you're sure, I suppose. We'll deal with it if we have to.
Either way, he knows the prince is alive, so we can't just leave him to his own devices. We're all in the same boat. Or runner, I guess.
You lot can handle the fighting, and I'll handle all the driving and grease work. Just make sure you...
This guy's got no filter.
So, summing up. Our first trial is to slay a monster. We take its head as proof, then get it to the goal line before the deadline. The bigger the head, the better. Our destination is Port Brialhaven, the capital of the Western Principality of Oceania. It'd be a trek on foot, but this gauntlet runner should make it a snap.
So getting the bounty's head is our next move. And our target is a nefarious criminal who's been kidnapping and selling off children. Right?
A criminal? Did the task not specify a monster's head?
Don't worry, all part of the plan. We don't need to win this thing. We just need to get Luis's attention. Everyone's going to show up with monster heads, and we shake things up with a felon. A knight-turned-kidnapper at that. Shows them we're there for justice.
But to deliberately violate the rules, we risk being disqualified entirely. Then again, 'tis just as likely to win the people's attention and thereby... What do you think of this plan?
I think it's a perfect idea.
Makes sense, doesn't it? The bounty's Heisme, an ex-knight. I realize that's a little close to home, Hulkenberg, so if you'd rather hang back...
No. His title is precisely why I cannot let his atrocities stand. And yet, 'tis strange indeed that we are hunting a mere man when the trial demands a monster. Then again, our true aim is beyond the ambitions of any other aspirant. Our fate rests in this plan of yours, Stroll.
Thank you. I'll try to ensure your trust isn't misplaced.
Righto. Then our course is set. Feel free to use anything in the gauntlet runner. Even got a bathing room if you could use a wash.
Good to know. We can always look around more thoroughly later.
Yes. You needn't tire yourself out before we arrive.
Well, I'm a tinkerer and not much else. All my fighting happens in the old workshop. But I'll take you wherever you're going for your sake and mine. After all, the wilds out there are no berry picnic. Oh no. It's a den of wild beasts and savage scoundrels. So, if you need anything besides a steady hand on the wheel, give me a hoot. Bound to find me in the cockpit or the engine room. Ha ha ha!
He's certainly an eccentric. Oh, yeah? Let's see here.
Oh.
Esto era, ¿cómo se llama? Mansion, creo que esto era... Que me decían...
Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. What's this?
Dios, ¿qué tal me caja? Jesus. Muy bien pensado el mecha.
This.
Hello? Spectacular.
Uy, esta es la misión de la Ruan medio verita. Verita.
¿De la Roll May?
Sí. Tengo un montón de misiones secundarias por hacer.
This. Understood.
¿Qué es la misión naranjita verita?
Son las continuals, ¿no?
Sí, dice Trailbase Continuous.
Claro, son como que sub main plot.
Ganaré las misiones secundarias.
¿Qué hizo la gente? Bookshelf. Bookshelf creo que está jugando. Y el otro que me da.
Oh, esta es la misión de la Argenti, qué flojera.
La pensión, no quiero la pensionita. Imaginación, creo.
Actually.
Now we're talking.
What?
Argenti. Bellísimo.
Sweet.
Maravilloso, excelso. Impecable. Transparente.
Hmm.
All right.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at the desert camp as the scorching sun sinks below the horizon. Protected within the stalwart hull of the Gauntlet Runner, the party gains a short, peaceful respite.
Argenti, te odio, me llegas al huevo.
Your thoughts?
Yep.
También tengo escudo, pendejo.
Listo. ¿Y por dónde se sale el deck? Supongo que es troll, dale.
Hey. Now then. Speaking of,
What's that about?
Oh, I see. Then...
All right.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Good morning.
True.
I knew it!
Uy, Verita, es el escarabajo que tanto te gusta.
Hey. I said... Hey. Now then. Got a moment? Hey.
So that...
Oh, I see, I see. Aye. Hmm.
Look at that.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
Right. All right.
Now then.
Courage. Why, that's...
I say, we could stop for a break.
Coming now into view is the Tree of Prophecy. One theory is that the tree, as though themselves snared by the bewitched.
Seem to be fast. Know you again. No curse. Do you remember what did you say 2 months ago?
Wow.
That's...
Certainly.
Hey.
Está viendo videos.
Yeah.
Hey there.
Huh?
Huh?
However,
All right.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives in a quiet clearing, concealed by boulders. As darkness reclaims the wilderness for itself, monsters run rampant in the wilds. To sleep here would be perilous, unless from within the safe. The party, secure in their gauntlet runner, spends the night in...
Cierto.
What now?
Que tengo este poder astral, no lo sé.
Es colombiana.
¿Sí?
Colombiana. Así como de las jetas. Así.
Well met.
Sin imaginación.
Certainly.
I see.
All right.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Ay, eso sí, hay un montón de cinemáticas.
Finally! We're out of the desert! Oh wow! I missed all this green!
Ugh. Why is it so bumpy?
That'd be the change in terrain, lad. See, you got to let the suspensions get used to hard ground instead of soft sand.
Must be nice to fly everywhere.
What the? Did we just crash?
Of course not. That's
a cannonade.
My star is rising! Ah! Sanctism will reign!
It's them. Remember, from the opening ceremony. I think one of them is Guido, Forden's confidant, and the other is Luis's man, Gladel.
Prominent candidates. Shouldn't the king's magic petrify them for their aggression?
No, see where they're aiming. They're not shooting to kill, just to take out the opposing runner's legs.
Starting out in the wilds with no working runner. Whether they survive or not, they're dashed well out of the race.
So 'tis a clash to halt each other's advance. Damned fools couldn't resist a show of force.
Look! Over by the legs. That crier is there too.
I see. Acting as witness to the higher candidate's conflict. It seems Gladel cannot match Guido's firepower.
What's our plan? If we just hang back and watch, Godot's gonna win. And Forden gets a leg up on the competition.
Ayudo, no ayudo.
How about we see how it...
No, I think we should step... I know, I don't like it either, but if we want...
Agreed.
I say, hold on. You realize you're a no-name candidate?
It's a runner, isn't it? If things get too dicey, we'll just run.
Fine. Suppose it...
Okay then, it's settled. Let's make sure he owes us big.
There should be an external runner phone up.
We're here to help! Withdraw, Gladel! Who goes there? Why do you stand for Luis's forces? Well, sorry. That Cortland. You're that commoner candidate who destroyed the Grand Cathedral! Was that...
So be it. In God's name, be thou punished. You dare interfere in... Is it fame you seek?
I hate to interrupt, Oleg, but it's a touch more complex than that.
We of the Crown Theocracy's monk army have silenced all who would oppose... Your petty ruses are beneath me. Now you shall know how...
Remember, the king's magic means we cannot move to strike Godot himself.
Go for his followers first. We'll thin their numbers and... Go, my brethren! Put the...
Don't forget about the petrification magic!
I shall vanquish evil!
Cease your resistance!
Burn!
Prepare yourself!
Knight! Strike me if you dare!
What could you hope to achieve?
This is God!
I won't lose.
He knows we can't attack him.
No holding back!
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
Warrior! You'll be dust! Witness me, brethren!
Power. You okay?
Freeze! Observe the enemy. Let justice prevail. Not now.
Right in their weak spot.
Are you prepared? Hack and slash!
To him, I return.
What could you hope to achieve?
Damn it!
Fuck. No me equivoqué.
Roar! I stand ready. Take this!
In the name of... I call upon royal power within!
Let's go!
I would lose nothing by conceding this fight for the sake of my... Now! Feel the...
Does this mean he's getting serious?
Rise, my brother!
Get in there!
Take this!
Only a flesh wound.
Don't underestimate me!
Stroll! They've sapped their defenses!
We're not out of this yet. I'm obliged.
My thanks. Know your place.
Not this. Join with me. Not this skill. Behold, we stand together. Fight there.
I can't afford... I'll crush you! Take this! Sanctism will reign!
Both badly wounded.
Damn
Can
it!
anyone heal him?
I won't hold back! We can do this!
What's needed?
Helpful as ever.
Stroll!
Is everyone all right?
Sapped your defenses.
Comrades, lend me your strength.
Coordination is key! Sanctism will reign!
Too slow. Dodge, Hulkenberg. Like poetry in motion.
Warrior! I'll cut you down!
Fire!
By the sworn oath of knighthood.
Take this!
Sanctism is supreme!
Take this! Oh,
Both
you've done
badly
it!
wounded. Can
Sanctism
anyone heal
will
him?
reign!
Stroll can't take any more. Someone heal him.
Tougher than I thought. State.
Let's go! We're not out of this yet!
Thank you.
I owe you.
Observe the enemy. Allies, together! Knight! Not now. Fight there! Worthy
Resistance
thrower
is futile!
Sanctism will reign! Oh, please!
Take this!
Don't underestimate me! Moving to the rear. Time to go offensive. Are you prepared? They die hard.
Stay late! Nice!
So, yet your desperate struggle.
Oh, he gets to do whatever.
Now. What have you...
We've nothing to lose. At the very least, I can thrash your old clunker until it's enough.
This is a waste of my time.
Phew. Hey! What are you playing at? You think I owe you now or something? I would have been fine without your meddling.
I guess you survived this time.
Don't you talk down to me. You want to see what I'm really capable of.
Why, Gladell, surely you can spare some manners for a crew that saved our lives? Honestly, that got a bit ugly for my liking.
Well, well, well. Do my eyes deceive me? Juna the songstress in the flesh. What brings you all the way out here? A little tryst on the road, is it?
Nothing so saucy. I'm afraid this cad's just my chauffeur. Now please, darling, a little privacy, or I'll have to charge for an interview.
Fair enough, miss. Fair enough. Nothing you're not used to. Consider me chastened and shooed. Besides, I might have found another angle here that's just as promising.
You surprised me out there, love. You bested Godot. So you're not just a pretty face. You were more help than my useless driver, at least.
Look here. However talented and famed a songstress she may be, you must remember to contain yourselves.
Songstress? Wait, is she the same Nydia lady who sang at the opening ceremony?
Aye, but that's... Oh, blast it all, I can't take it anymore. I'd know the suspensions anywhere. You had Caden workshop on this, eh? Yes, those are quality parts and no mistake. Luis really shells out for his own.
By the crown, you can't be serious! She is Juna, the kingdom's greatest singer, the dulcet diva! Oh, this is preposterous! Surely I can't be the only one starstruck? Really? No one else wants to shake her hand? Well, then on behalf of this group, I suppose it falls to me.
You're an interesting little ensemble. Wait, is that a fairy? A real living one? Where did you...
Hey, up there!
An airborne gauntlet runner. He's actually finished it.
Luis.
My lord, Luis. How kind to provide a personal escort.
So that's it. I thought it was strange that a candidate like Gladell got stuck playing someone's driver.
But she was still the Sanctist's pick for the opening ceremonies? Guess even Forden's camp has to bend to popular opinion.
My humblest apologies, my lord Luis, for this
¿Cómo va,
travesty,
joven, con las
especially when you had graced me with the privilege of bearing the lovely Lady Juna.
Glad to see Lady June is safe at least.
I could have crushed that churchman like a bug. And I would have if these insolent fools hadn't.
I'm sure. Sorry, don't much care.
It would seem you had to clean up my associate's mess. I'd like to express my gratitude, but if I might ask, who are you?
We're your supporters.
Hence your retaliation against Godot, then. He's also a candidate, though his name doesn't carry any weight. One would think you commoners, but for the Lady Knight at your side. And you have a gauntlet runner. Most curious. What made you decide to enter the competition? Looks like he's more interested than we anticipated. This might be our chance, so choose your words wisely, okay?
I want to help you, Count Luis.
Oh? You fight in my name, you?
Really now? So you thought you'd step in for a little self-promotion?
We want to help anyone in need. That's what we believe in. Anyone. Most interesting. However, my immediate needs are met in terms of sword hands.
Oh, come now. Don't they have a certain charisma to them? Why? I dare say I saw them use magic without igniters.
Please, I know we can help you. We want nothing more than to see your vision realized, Lord Luis. You do know what that vision is built on, don't you? If you would claim yourself my ally, then prove your power before all the kingdom's eyes. You can't change the world without after all. If you can manage that,
Grande el guepardo.
I'll consider your
El
proposal.
guepardo corriendo.
See you, loves.
Don't think this changes anything. Come on, Hector!
It soars like a damn bird.
Right then, that could have gone worse. We were lucky we managed to connect with Luis this early.
No thanks to that Glodell. Even should we be accepted, he'll be no ally of ours.
Well, at the very least, Luis knows our faces. All we have to do now is avoid screwing it up.
He wants to see our power, does he? Then let's find Heisme, bring him to justice, and show the nation we're a force to be reckoned with.
As the chirping birds return to their nests and the darkness claims its dominion, the Gauntlet Runner at last arrives at its repose, a place grown thick with trees. Are the sounds from between the trees just the leaves being caressed by the wind? Or are they the whispers of the beguiling beings of the dark? The party never has to find out, for they are safe within the Gauntlet Runner.
Oh, damn it, blast!
Did you hear that?
It's over. The end of the road. So ends the life of the genius engineer.
Let's say we go check on him. Hey! Nurse, you okay?
Oh, you two.
Grande
Terribly
Argenti,
sorry.
pero.
It's nothing, really.
Is there something troubling you?
Ah, well, I suppose you could say that. It's just the runner, you see? She's in top shape, but I wanted to make her peerless. An absolute beauty, you know, top of her class. Something that would make even old Luis's runner look like a bally apple cart. I'd not be floundering so much if I just had a bit of spark.
A spark?
Yes, my girl. A spark of inspiration. A moment of epiphany, like when I saw the lost relic.
Lost relic? Doesn't ring a bell.
Ah, yes, context. They say that long, long ago, there was a civilization so highly advanced it was beyond all modern understanding. Automation ruled the day. People lived surrounded by machinery with no need to work. Legend has it that they lived lives of convenience and comfort, but somehow that civilization just up and disappeared. God only knows what happened to them.
Sounds kind of far-fetched already.
Yes, nivel 29.
Hear me out, would you? The point is, once in a stretch, you hear about someone unearthing relics from those days of yore. Absolutely inscrutable to the layman, don't you know? But those in the know would recognize such a prize at a single glance.
Have you ever seen one of these yourself?
Oh, yes. When I was but a young sproglet, there was this loony old inventor in my neighborhood, both quite brilliant and quite daffy, as they often are. That old fellow only showed me his find once, but even seeing it lit a fire in me, like being struck by lightning. After that, it was like a boiling pot. Ideas rising to the surface. And my tinkering always came out marvelous. Some proper court engineer-worthy genius. Something about it utterly captured my imagination. The lost relic, I mean.
Wow. You could try getting him to show you again.
If only I could. That old fellow went back to his own hometown. That single solitary glimpse of the past was all I had. The old goat. He told me he'd leave me the relic in his will.
Okay, so where's this guy's hometown?
Oh, some tiny hamlet somewhere on the outskirts of Martira. A village by the name of Camiro or some such.
This one's important.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Oh.
Isn't that...
Departing the capital and barreling southward, the party's gauntlet runner at last arrives in the old castle town, Martira, where their client Barden awaits. The towering castle's stark walls stare down coldly upon its visitors. The only question now is whether or not this gambit was the right move.
No, amiguitos, primero cosa tranquila.
Yo también acabo de verla ahora. Cuídense.
Ay.
Ay, sí.
Tis far more desolate a place than I'd heard.
Not many people out. It's like everyone's afraid of something.
Ah, you're here! I've been hoping you'd show up soon.
I know it's been a while, but we pledged to help you. We'll not go back on our word.
Glad to hear it. I'm sure Lady Joanna will also be pleased. Oh, your pardon. Lady Joanna rules this city. She's also a most holy sanctoress of the Sanctus Church. She lives there, in Criganti Castle.
I take it the locals are hoping for His Eminence Forden to win the tournament.
Aye, naturally. No sane and righteous man would want Luis on the... Speaking of, I heard there was a scuffle on the road between two candidates gauntlet runners. The criers say Forden's ally suffered the worst of it.
Ah, well, that's Luis's camp for you. I assume it was them, I mean. Some nasty characters at his heel, eh?
But surely I'll fight.
Hey, read the room, will ya?
Captain, are you sure we can trust these strangers? These Bernie boarders are always in it just for the money.
Looks like his officer's not on our side,
Dinna be rude, Morris. They've come a long way. Now, I'm sure you must be knackered from the journey. Let me show you to an inn.
Ah, you've a local delicacy. It would be a welcome treat.
You chaps go on. The old girl needs a bit of maintenance after carrying us.
Can't that wait until you've eaten?
Too much at stake, lad. Go on, don't...
Might well fix the bally waterworks while I'm at it.
Come, everyone.
Is this some kind of smoked dish?
Roasted larvae of the giant sandworm. It's Martira's culinary speciality. Cooked to a delicate finish, just enough to preserve all the natural juices and flavors of the innards.
Oh, good. Larval innards.
Tis a unique texture, to be sure, but the taste...
You're...
Something the matter? Do try some of your own before it gets cold.
Looks great.
What is with that smile?
You fairly eat with gusto, young man. How was it? Sometimes the insides can twitch a bit.
Would that I had time to try more of your dishes, but... to business. Can you fill us in on the details of all these kidnappings?
Aye. Our wee ones have been going missing for at least 6 months. All told, we're looking at 15 children now unaccounted for.
And you think this Heismay is your culprit?
I'm told he's a disgraced knight with nowhere else to turn. We've no proof, but the pieces fit. Seems to me...
For a man who claimed a knight's honor to...
If I recall the brief, it'll be quite a feat to even get near.
Aye, well remembered. He's certainly...
So... is
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder how we can even...
We've been chasing any lead we have, but we can't figure it all out. We're in over our heads.
We'll get this job.
We're awful grateful to have you. And don't worry, we'll pay you what you're due. After all,
we help anyone in need.
Inspiring words, young man. Now this is the pride of the town. A fine sweetmeat made from the juvenile sandworm's entrails. You'll find this together. I'm sure we can find a way to the stronghold without falling prey to those worms.
Tis altogether different from the roast. Why, 'tis succulent as a mellow fruit.
You must have gotten used to eating anything you had to out in the wilds, eh?
I'll schedule a meeting with the Honourable Lady Joanna tomorrow.
If they aren't here calling a free meal out of us, that is.
Now.
It's been a while.
Exactly.
Aye.
Pleasure to see you.
Good night.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
It's gorgeous out.
Hold on.
Let's hurry.
More people missing. Hello there. Now what am I to do?
All right then.
That sounds right.
Liberalist.
Oi! What? All good. Let's not.
Ridiculous.
Stop that at once! The elder candidate? No, no.
All right.
What'll it be?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Can't be.
What'll it be?
Strange. Podría ser.
Yeah.
What's the...
be.
I've awaited you. Aye, yeah.
May I present Lady Joanna, Sanctoress and the ruler of this city. These are the ones who have undertaken the request to subjugate Heisme.
I am Joanna, presiding lady of this city. On its behalf, you have my gratitude for traveling all the way from the royal capital.
Lady Joanna refused to use taxes to pay for this, so she sold her own heirlooms and possessions to secure the funds.
It's clear you want only the best for your people, milady. So we'll give you our best in return.
I cannot claim any nobility above yours. Even as other aspirants to the throne quarrel and bicker, you've chosen instead to help the kingdom's people.
Well, we don't deserve that much credit. After all, we're not helping for free.
Even so, please put an end to this tragedy.
We won't let you down.
Thank you. In truth, I thought it foolish to decide a monarch by a simple vote of popularity. But perhaps there is something to it. Here is my offer. If you get rid of the culprit, I will appeal to the people of this town to support you.
'Tis most kind, but can you truly afford that? Surely, as a church sanctoress, His Eminence Forden would expect your support.
Indeed. However, I would rather have a king who truly cares for his subjects.
Yes, Lady Joanna.
Now, I must return to my duties. I shall await our next meeting.
We're counting on you.
'Twas a confident smile indeed, with a great deal of pain behind it.
I know it's but a step in our plan, but truly, I hope we can help these people. She even promised us political support.
She did say it. Oh, I mean, I can't help but wonder if she'll keep her word on that. It's quite a promise to make when she barely knows us.
Did something seem amiss?
Not in particular. Maybe it's just the gloominess of this place getting to me. So what are we gonna do about Heisme? We'll have to go out in Sandworm territory to find him, right?
The mere fact of his kidnappings suggests he's passing unseen by guards and sandworms alike. The question is, how?
Let's ask around the city a bit first. Though I can't say we'll find many willing to talk with the streets this deserted. Maybe we'll have better luck around the taverns and shops.
We should go.
Sí, el 29 creo. Hay mucho por hacer por acá.
Now, how did I wind? Boy. My thanks to you.
All good.
Oh, any one of them.
What? Welcome.
So, hey.
Whoa!
Let's see.
What do I do here?
What is it? Right.
Nice.
An elder candidate? No. Must have got that wrong.
People missing.
Beg your pardon.
I can hardly think on it. I can hardly think on it. I can hardly think on it.
You! What you want to know?
Excuse me.
Thank you kindly. Here's the real skinny.
All right.
More people missing. I can hardly think.
Hey. No good.
Not a scrap. I suppose we knew it wouldn't be that simple.
'Tis far too early to give up.
I spent over a year asking after the prince with no luck. And still I did not falter.
Yes, and it's very admirable. But I think I prefer a change of tack instead.
You there! Might you answer a question?
Terribly sorry, but I can't help you. I'm just here on my leisure. You're better off finding the information.
Suspicious
Hey, you lot. You see these?
Your Barden's
Yeah, the guy with the attitude.
Not sure I should tell you this, but there's actually a way to avoid the giant sandworms. You just gotta wait for the sand flash. It's a local event. A kind of storm, and the wind kicks up sand peppered with magic crystals. Not too Our diviners say we'll have a sand flash in about 5 days. Seems to put most wild beasts to sleep. Might be some magic effect, or might just be waiting out the storm. And that includes the sandworms. Eh? They'll nod off, and with proper time.
We're much obliged, but if you know...
A guard unit stomping around would wake up the whole den. Didn't much like saying it, but us local lads wouldn't be much use against Heismay anyway. But you think you can handle him? Aye? Wouldn't be here.
Absolute.
Good. Can't have you getting yourself killed now. And, one more thing.
Understood. But why?
What? I got myself volunteered to go out there as your travel guide? No danger of that.
I see.
Anyway,
Finally, a solid lead falls into our laps. And we'll not even have to bother with the sand. We've apparently got 5 days till the sand flash hits. Let's make sure we can get this done quick.
If it takes us one night to reach the giant sandworm's territory, and we aim to go when the storm has them all asleep, we should leave in 4 days' time.
Let's go inform Nearest.
Righto, straightforward enough. Long as we get in when the worms have all tucked in for a nap. Suppose I'd better crack on with the tune-ups then. Don't want the old girl failing on us when she'll be our only hope of egress, eh? Oh, that? Damned if I know. It was just in the blueprints from the royal family. Works rather like an igniter, but no idea what it does. Oh, easy there! Thought I saw something glowing. Then you came over all... Still can't believe this thing reacted. Look, we don't want any nasty surprises, so I don't want you passing out on me, do I? Just
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer. Your journey is going well, it seems. One by one, you take your steps forward on this road. A supernatural awakening, a call to adventure, legs to carry you. All of these are coming together. Accordingly, new powers needed for the journey seem to have awakened.
What are you talking?
By my eyes report, there is one piece of equipment in the Gauntlet Runner, something no longer crafted in this day and age, but the power of teleportation. With proper use, its great power will turn your Gauntlet Runner swifter than any beast. Most interesting. The reasons elude me. I cannot imagine this is mere coincidence. Now, try to imagine.
What's going on here?
What's with all the yelling?
What? The royal capital? How? We were in Martira just last night.
Eurus? Surely you didn't drive us back here?
Are you mad? Don't you remember how many days the last trip took? You can't dash and roll pop over to the capital in a single night.
What?
So this teleportation, it can just whisk us all back to the royal capital in a flash.
It certainly did. And there might be a reason for that.
Do you know something?
She was custom made for the prince. Well, I wasn't there in the concept phase.
Encima de
When they
alguien.
gave me an odd gadget and said, make it work, I bloody well made it work. You saw it yourself, eh, my lad? That last night, we caught it glowing. Damnedest thing. It only started glowing when you got close, eh? Maybe...
Yeah, maybe I am.
I cannot say I've heard of teleportation, and yet...
Hold on. If we're back in the capital, that means we've got bigger... We're due back in Martira for the bounty. If it takes us days to get back...
If we magicked ourselves over here, let's bally well see if we...
He makes it sound so easy, but...
'Tis no small feat we ask.
What's this?
Oh, come...
Where to?
It reacted!
Oh, hey!
All we can...
It's Martira.
I can't believe it. It feels just like when the king's magic caused that spectacle in the capital.
It's not powerful by virtue of being connected to the king or to the lad. Maybe it's that all magic is supposed to have potential of this magnitude. You've all got some powers that defy understanding too, eh? Gives what?
I suppose when...
Speaking of sanctism, well, not like this. A tool full of this kind of practical, unorthodox magic is...
Ah, hold a moment. With this teleportation, if that's so, we may not even need a gauntlet runner.
What? You mean... we could just magic snap ourselves to Brylehaven?
Go on, try it out.
No reaction.
So we can't go somewhere we've never been before. Anywhere else you've been? How about Montario?
No. Commoners don't usually visit the three great cities.
'Twould seem this power of travel is somewhat conditional. Best that we define its boundaries now.
So, in the end, the only places we can teleport to are the cities we've actually been to.
Well, thank you very much. Almost had me out of a job there, lad.
Sounds like you've got to envision the destination in great detail for it to work. We'll need more than a glance out a window or a pub, and you have to focus for it too. Seems to take you a moment.
Not as convenient as...
How so? Now we can return to the royal capital any time we need to restock. 'Tis useful enough as is.
You're right. And now we can drop by to see Maria whenever we like. But like...
Even if we've no idea where it comes from.
Our next foe is a bounty, and we have a lot of preparing to do.
Oh, that's right.
So?
acotar. Instinct. Pero acá lo dejo. Casi 2 horas. Demasiado.